Hello everyone. Today we are going to see about organization. My name is P. Chandana, currently pursuing second BCom CS, Department of Corporate Secretaryship, batch 19 to 22 from KCS Kasinadar College of Arts and Science, Chennai. Next we are going to see about meaning of organization. The word organization has come from the word organism, which means a structure of interrelated and interdependent parts. The parts or components of organization consist of men, machines, materials, methods, money, functions, authority, and responsibility. The task of organization is to unite or integrate these components effectively for the purpose of attaining the common goal. Next, definition of organization. Organization is the establishing of effective authority relationship among selected work persons and workplaces in order for the group to work together efficiently. G. or Terry. Importance of organization. Specialization. The entire work of manufacturing concern is divided into production, finance, personnel, and marketing according to importance. A separate department is created to look after each of these. This results in specialization. Optimum use of resources. Organization gives utmost importance to the optimum utilization of the enterprise resources, namely men, machines, materials, and money. Right men are recruited for the right job. Tools and equipment are properly maintained and put to the best possible use. Teamwork. The work that is done in an organization is teamwork. The work of each individual is determined by the work done by others. In other words, the series of operations will have to be carried out to complete any task. Communication relationship. It is not possible for an individual in an organization to do his work without getting orders, instructions, and advice from others. For example, a subordinate has to work as per the instructions given to him by his superior. Creativity. An organization provides ample scope for the individuals to exhibit their creative skills. As authority is delegated to every subordinate, he has the freedom to act. He can use all his innovative ideas in performing the task. He will also be suitably rewarded for the initiative he has made. Coordination. The activities performed by different departments are interrelated and also interdependent. For example, production is dependent on the availability of finance. Next, we are going to see about distinction between formal and informal organizations. Formal organization, it is consciously and deliberately created. Informal organization, it arises spontaneously. Authority and responsibility are vital for its functioning. It is only personal factors such as friendship, affinity, trust, and confidence that are important. Rules and procedures are important. Personal relationship between individuals is more important. It can be shown on the organization chart. It cannot be shown. Authority flows downwards and responsibility flows upwards. There is no flow of authority and responsibility. It is deliberately created only to attain the enterprise objectives. It is created to fulfill the social needs of an individual. However, it may also contribute to the enterprise goal. Designations and official positions are very important. Designations and official positions are unimportant. It is permanent and stable. It is unstable. Next, we are going to see about types of organization. Line organization, line and staff organization, functional organization, committee organization, project organization, and matrix organization. Line organization. The line organization, also known as the military organization, is the oldest form of organization. In such an organization, the superior at the top makes decisions and communicates his decisions and assigns certain work to his immediate subordinate. The subordinate in turn makes certain decisions within his scope of his authority and assigns certain work to his own subordinate, and so on. There is a vertical downward flow of authority and an upwards flow of responsibility in such an organization. As the military is organized in this fashion, the line organization is given the name military organization. The concept of lines organization may be explained by means of a diagram. Line and staff organization. In this kind of an organization, staff experts who are specialists in specific areas assist the line personnel. These experts do not have the powers to command any subordinate other than those who are under their direct control. They can only advise the line personnel on certain matters. Functional organization. Such a pattern of organization is suitable for large-scale establishments. In a functional organization, there will be separate departments to look after different lines of activities. Provisions of funds for short-term as well as long-term operations will be looked after by the finance department. Recruitment of staff, selection, placement, salary administration, training, etc. Committee organization. A committee is a group of persons entrusted with certain tasks. The committee members are expected to discuss a problem under consideration in detail and come out with a solution. The board of directors of a company or a trade union of workers may be cited of an example of a committee. Project organization. The concept of project organization became popular particularly after World War II. It may be successfully adopted if it is necessary to manage a small number of large projects. Each project team has specialists in different fields. The project manager would coordinate the activities of the team members. And finally, matrix organization. Matrix organization is considered suitable where a large number of small projects will have to be managed. A matrix organization is also known as multiple command system, as it has two chains of command, but these departments have to share the resources with the rest of the organization and cannot claim any exclusive right. Thank you all.